Okay, in this video, we're going to configure interfaces for this firewall. Remember, in the previous video, we configured this firewall to have access to the internet. As you remember, we configured this to have access to the internet. Let's get started. Let's power on the firewall. So I advise you to go back and see the previous video. So our firewall is ready. So the username is admin and the password, the one we have configured. So you have to authenticate it now. So we are going to use this command, show interface management, to know what you have configured previously. As you can see, we've configured our management interface, which is 192.168.204.100. So the subnet mask /24 and the default gateway. Now, so to verify this one, if it is connected, if it can have access to the internet, to use ping host 8.8.8.8. As you can see, we can connect to the internet. We may also use ping host google.com, any URL. So I use google.com. As you can see, you can connect to Google. So now, let's use our management interface, which is 192.168.204.100. Remember to use HTTPS. As you can see, we'll have to put our username and the password. Username is admin and password the word I've saved. So now let's see our dashboard. This is our dashboard. As you can see, we only have one interface, which is Ethernet 1/6 that allows us to have access to the internet. For now, we are going to configure other interfaces, as you can see. Go back to our dashboard. You go to network, interfaces. Those are our interfaces. So go back to our topology. So we're going to configure Ethernet 1/5, which is our inside zone. We're going to have also Ethernet 1/6, 1/8. So let's get started on 1/5, which will be our corporate zone. So better you have to put a comment to remember what interface is configured for. This one is for corporate. So this is our corporate inside zone. So interface type should be layer 3. The virtual router, we are going to use the default, and the security zone, we are going to create a new one. As you remember, this zone should be the corporate zone. So we create a new one, which is corporate zone. The other one, leave it as default. Then you click OK. So Internet Protocol version 4, we are going to use this one. So, but we will have the VLANs. So we leave it like this one because we are going to use the VLANs. So we are going to add the sub interface. So make sure you select that one, then you add sub interface. So now for this one, you are going to start with this one, VLAN 10. So the comment for this sub interface, I used to call it DC, which is data center. DC VLAN 10. So we use tag of 10 because we are going to use VLAN 10. So the virtual router, we are going to use the default one. The security zone. Let's first of all use this one, but later on we will change it. We're going to use this corporate zone we've created. So now we are going to see our network we are going to use. It is so we're going to use to add the internet IP version 4, which is 10.10.0.254 for that one. So for IP version 6, you leave it is the one. For the advanced, so we are going to use to create new management profile, whereby with that VLAN you can access our firewall. So we call it corporate management profile. So we choose HTTPS, SSH as well as ping, and then we click OK. As you can see, it gives you a message because we allow that VLAN to access our firewall. So you know what to do, click yes. Now, so now we added another one, which is VLAN 20. So the comment VLAN 10, VLAN 20, the tag of 20, the virtual router, we are going to use the default. And the security zone. So here we are going to create a new one. You can create a new one. For VLAN 20, but let's leave it because we are going to do it later. Let's use this corporate zone that we created early. So now we belong to the same VLAN, to the same zone, like VLAN 10. So the IP we are going to assign is 10.20.0.254/24. And then the other one we leave it default. Click OK. So the other one is VLAN 30. Add sub interface. So our comment will be VLAN 30 and the tag of 30. The virtual router, we are going to use the default one, and the security zone, the one we created, which is corporate zone. IP version 4, we add new one, which is 10.13.0.254/24. So the other one we leave it default. Okay. So the remaining one is VLAN 14. So the comment is VLAN 14 and the tag of 14. So this virtual router, the default one, security zone. So we put them in the same security zone for the simplicity of this topology, but later on we change it and we will explain you why. So IP version 4, click add, and then 10.40.0.254/24. So that one. The other one we leave it default. Click OK. So now our ET/1 is configured. So you're going to go on DMZ, which is on our Ethernet 1/6. So the comment is our DMZ interface. So interface type also should be layer 3. To the virtual router, we are going to use the default one. And the security zone, we are going to click to add our new one because it is in our DMZ. So we add new one, DMZ zone. We add new one, then the IP version 4. So I'm going to use 10.50/24. 10.50.0.254/24. The other you leave it default. So now we are going to also to set this guest interface on Ethernet 1/8. So the comment is guest interface. So interface type layer 3. The virtual router we use the default one. The security zone, we are going to create a new one. We call it guest zone. The other one we leave it default. So for the IP version 4, we are going to use, I think I made a mistake. This one I configured for DMZ and I have to change it. So that one was for the, okay, we are going to correct it. First of all, it has finished this one, which is 10.50.0.254/24. This one for the guests. Okay. So going back to our DMZ, we are going to correct the IP for the interface for Ethernet 1/6. So we're going to go to correct this one, as you can see. So we're going to see which is we are going to use 100.1.0.254/24. Okay. So now I think for this firewall, every interface is now configured. So configure the VLAN 10, VLAN 20, 30, and 40, as well as DMZ and the guest interface. So these ones, the vertical interfaces you're going to use for high availability, it will come in the other videos. So now let us commit it to save changes. So the commit is done. As you can see, everything turns green, and we've configured successfully our interfaces for this topology. Configured 1/5, 1/6, 1/8. The other one will be for the high availability. So I think this is our end of our video. So thank you so much.